Ahoy there, Andy Lockwood, College Coffee Talk. Good morning. Do these shows every morning. Hopefully, you're enjoying a nice hot beverage with me, or at least on replay with your own beverage, whether morning brew or adult beverage later in the day. So these shows are all about the questions that come in to me and to Pearl over the last couple of years. Every time we do a webinar or a workshop, we always gather information from parents just like you about what they want to learn about. So yesterday on our College Talk Tuesday show, which is every week at 11:30 Tuesdays, I got a question that I thought was good to share with everyone today, just in case for some strange reason you missed College Talk Tuesday. I mean, I don't know what the hell else you were doing, but so this is a great question from Kelly Pereira. How do you ask for more money if the criteria for scholarships are clearly defined? Maybe a 3.5 is required and you have a 3.3. So thank you very much for that question, because a lot of people have that question. And by the way, if you are watching this and you have a question, pop it in comments and I will get to it either live in a show, or I'll respond below your comment, which I did with Kelly. The answer is that it's always worth a shot, particularly because, number one, sometimes the scholarship requirements are not that clearly defined. They're purposefully like a little loosey-goosey. So typically, instead of saying you must have a 3.5 to receive this scholarship, instead the website might say something like, recent recipients tended to have the following stats, and then it'll list the 3.5 or whatever. Now, my real answer is that colleges are businesses, and typically frequently, I should say, they, like any business, will do what it takes to grow their revenue if faced with the prospect of losing a kid that they wanted to admit, whether maybe the grades are higher than average, or they just need the money, or who knows. It may be a variety of reasons that have nothing to do with your own personal agenda, but has everything to do with the college's agenda. Maybe if faced with the threat of loss, they will in turn goose up the offer by a couple $1,000s. It's always worth a shot. And to that end, when it comes to need-based scholarships, technically speaking, a need-based award is not a scholarship. It's actually a grant. So when it comes to need-based awards, I have seen this over and over again. Colleges will, quote-unquote, find need, meaning that, again, they can fudge things just the way they can with scholarship criteria. They can also fudge things. There's some wiggle room with need-based awards. So I don't know if we delved into this recently, but we have a client who his dad was on the call yesterday. I mentioned, hey Steve, you're making us look or your kid's making us look very good, because he got into a bunch of top Ivies, like literally the top 3 Ivies, and one of the Ivies gave him a very low financial aid offer, and another gave a very super high financial aid offer. And the interesting thing to me is that each Ivy looks at exactly the same information: income and savings and a whole bunch of other criteria. In this case, the second Ivy that gave a greater award uses a slightly different form, but it asks for all intents and purposes 98% of the same information. So in other words, both colleges looked at the financial need, and they're both very, very super generous, and one made a determination that is up here, this is how much you deserve, and the other one, which was the top choice school, gave a much lower offer. So now we're going back to the lowballing Ivy and saying, look, he is dying to go there. This is his top choice school, but financial reality being what it is, it's going to cost me an extra $25,000 per year, $100,000, whatever it is, over 4 years to choose your schools, or any way that you can possibly match this other offer. So really, my point here is not to delve into the strategies for appealing for more scholarships and more financial aid, but you should always try to do it, even if you think, well, my situation doesn't really match up. Let the college decide that, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You may have your own preconceived notions of what you deserve or what you don't deserve and whatever, but just bear in mind that colleges have their own agendas that have nothing to do with you or your kids' grades, kids' scores, you name it. Now, I teach a very thorough, comprehensive class on how to appeal and how to negotiate, and I put the link right here in this post. It's called it's appealsclass.com. coachcoffeetalk.com, and what that consists of is about an hour-ish training session followed up or supplemented by a whole bunch of helpful documents that you can use. So, in other words, I have a bunch of sample appeal letters that you can model to try to get some more money out of your top choice school. I have some other stuff that's going to help you with the whole process, including keeping track of everything, understanding exactly how much you are offered, and that type of thing. So if you want some more information about that, the link is right here. Thanks a lot for watching these and giving these comments. Again, please comment in here so I can help you out, and please share the post. We're getting a lot of great shares and a lot of great views. I feel like we're picking up some momentum with College Coffee Talk. So I'm gonna keep doing these until I run out of stuff to say. And frankly, good news, bad news. I think there's too much material to stop. So that means I'm going to be doing these for a while, unless I come up with some excuse not to do them anymore. So I'm signing off right now. I'll be back on the air tomorrow about 8:30 with another episode of College Coffee Talk. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to your comments. Talk to you soon.